Hi, everybody. I'm Patricia Clayson of the Dare to Be Aware Fair, and I'm here talking with Jill Borsos, who is the founder of the fair. And my guess is that a lot of you don't know the history of the fair. So we're going to spend a little bit of time telling you about the history of the fair, and then we have a real special announcement to make. So, Jill, you started the fair back in, I think it was around 2007. Well, you were still working in corporate America.
Yes. I
So
was,
tell us the story.
yeah, so I was working in corporate America and I was hosting a group once a month, all in different areas of the city to kind of pick up people and expose them to spiritual concepts. We talk about different things, anything from um, miracles of water, like when you say thank you into water, what is the little ice flake look like, and
Mhm.
just all these different theories, and it was a lot of fun. And I thought it would be fun to do one at the domes. We were going to do one at night and do this thing where you lead people through, and it's a kind of a trust exercise, but also an observer. And I thought that would be fun. And so we asked a friend of mine who was the president of the Friends of the Domes at the time, Roger Kurwicki, if he would talk to the domes and ask them. And so he talked to Sandy Fellerin, and she said, yes. Matter of fact, we'd love to have her do a fair. And we thought, a fair? And the reason why she thought a fair would be good, because when Roger told her about me, he said that a lot of the people in the group were healing practitioners. And she thought, well, then do a fair. And I said, well, who would run the fair? And Roger said, well, you.
Oops.
So it was quite a shock and quite a big deal for me to take that on, but I knew that it came to me for a reason, and I got very excited about it in a very short amount of time. And it was just so wonderful to have everyone gather, all the people that I knew and all the new vendors that I met, and how we can sit down with people and talk to them about what we do, and they could ask questions. And it was just such a beautiful atmosphere to do that.
Hmm.
And over time, I don't know, my energy started changing about it, and I got you involved, and to expand, to bring online presence and online registration, and things really
Yeah.
started to take off. And it was such an easy transition in my growth to hand it off to someone like you to make the fair bigger and better, which you have done.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your trust in all of that. And it's really been an honor to help your vision continue to expand over the years. We expanded at the domes into the greenhouse that they had there. And then we got too big for that. And so we moved to Alverno and the Sister Joel Reed Conference Center, which has been a beautiful environment to be in. But now we've outgrown that as well. And the big announcement is that in April of 2023, April 15th, 2023, we will be moving to the Brookfield Conference Center right off of I-94 in Brookfield. And it's definitely a more businessy environment, but it's beautiful. There's some trees and there's ceiling to floor windows when you're coming into the conference center. So there's lots of natural light. And the inside is beautifully carpeted with nice lighting fixtures and state-of-the-art audio-visual equipment, and free parking. We have continued to have free parking all these years. Looks like we're going to have to raise our fees a little, but we're still going to keep it as inexpensive as we possibly can, because we want to hold to your vision of something for the community. This has never been about making money for any one person. The money that we've made in the fair over the years, what profit there has always been reinvested in the fair to keep promoting it and to keep it growing and keep it looking beautiful, and creating that opportunity for people to explore what could be in their lives. A lot of the alternative things that people can't go to the mall to find.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about it, actually. We're going to have a little bit more space for the main exhibit hall and 3 rooms where the readers will be stationed or will be located. And there'll be tables in the center of the room for people to sit and wait for their reading to come up next. So they'll be very quiet and peaceful environments for that. And then we have a third room for presentations. So we'll be able to add another 7 presentations to our schedule. So we're able to have 20 presentations. So as the founder of the fair and the person who had the vision to make this all happen, what do you think of us graduating to this next level of the fair?
It is, yeah, it is a graduation. It's also evolution. And, right now, during this, not just the springtime, but just the period of time that we're in right now, what we've been through the past couple of years and what this what humanity is really going through is this huge evolution process. And some of us have been in a bit of a cocoon in some ways, yeah, tending, nurturing, in preparation for a big coming out, right?
Mhm.
So that I see this as part of that, as part of this huge evolution, that the old ways don't work anymore. So we have to find new ways. That's why we come to the fair, to find new ways, right? But to
Yeah.
come to a place like this where there's so much space and room to grow, and it is bigger, better. That's what we've been wanting all these years, to have the space and make things work for the fair, like the peaceful place for the readers and the beautiful lighting and the
Mhm.
equipment for recording. I mean, that all plays into that.
I'm very excited about it. Thank you. I'm glad you see that it fits for your vision, because
Oh.
that has been part of my mission, was to make sure that that vision manifests in the world, and that we have something like this, particularly in Wisconsin. I think the fair is the largest of its kind in Wisconsin, and possibly the largest of its kind in the Midwest.
Yes,
So,
and I was thinking that myself, or I wanted to say that it is one of the largest ones, for sure, in Wisconsin, that's privately run, and it's not a conglomerate that goes
mhm.
across the country, and it's a grassroots thing. And I remember hearing that, wow, it's amazing how many people come to the fair, and it's because of that. It's because of the word of mouth.
Mhm.
And now with a bigger place like this, with easier access off the freeway versus, down by the domes where we used to be in those little
Sure.
streets, we're going to be able to spread that word and get it out and bring in more talent and more unique things.
And Visit Brookfield, which is the organization that promotes the city of Brookfield. They have offered to help us promote the fair and to make the community of Brookfield aware that we're going to be there. And so that's an expansion of sorts as well. So we're going beyond the general city of Milwaukee to include more of the western areas around the city. So we'll be growing in that way as well. I've been hard pressed, honestly, to find any negatives to the process of moving. And I want to assure everybody that we are going to be keeping the cost of the fair for the vendors and the participants as low as we possibly reasonably can. We're still looking at coming in under the cost of exhibits that many other fairs have. So we want to make it possible for the small individual organizations, the individual reader, the small business owner, and to be able to be there and share what they had to offer with people. So it's reasonably cost for them and reasonable to get into the fair as well. So we're doing it, Jill.
It's exciting, and I think about when we were at the Domes and we were constantly asking for more booths, more tables. Can we put a table over by that cactus? And we were always, and we just expanded. Like the energy was just too much for the
Yes.
Domes, right? And so now we're going to be in this expansive place where we can really do it justice and grow. So that's fabulous.
So we hope that those of you listening will join us at the fair in 2023. Mark your calendars now. April 15th, 2023, we'll be out at the Brookfield Convention Center, and we'd love to have you there with us to celebrate our graduation and our first year out in that bigger level of the world. So you're welcome. I'm sure Jill and I will both be there to welcome you with open arms. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody.
See you soon.